It's the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. I'm Tyler Glen, and welcome into the Beach Bunker for another edition of the Tyler Glen Show. And we are all in shock, dismay, disbelief. We are beside ourselves. Many of us just can't find ourselves to get out of bed this morning because there's snow on the ground. What the hell? No! Oh, you thought it was the other thing? Oh, we got some snow. We got pictures to show you in just a second. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Now, here's the thing, is this is going to be short-lived snow action, and I've got some incredible football weather coming up for you in just a bit. Of course, we'll talk a little bit about what happened last night. The U.S. voting for Trump a second time. He will be the 47th president of the United States, and, of course, there is a lot of reaction to that. And all I ask, regardless of the platform that you are peering in from, the platform that you may be making comments on that are associated with yours truly, please be as respectful as possible. I know there's passion on both sides of this. And there's people saying, yeah, I've been cheering for him secretly all along. It's time for me to come out and... Okay, you're excited. All right. Say gently that, yes, I am pleased with so said win. And likewise on the other side, oh my God, the world is ending. This guy is gonna be a dictator. Oh, I hate everybody. Okay, everyone just kind of calm down. Everyone calm down. We've been through this before. He did it for 4 years, and you're still here. It is going to be okay. Now, is it going to have some ramifications? Of course it is. There's going to be some changes in Canada, in the United States, around the world because of this. And there are some things that we can take away from this that we'll talk about in just a bit. And, of course, we'll get to your respectful opinion. And what we didn't get to yesterday was the things that are really fun to argue about. Like, should toilet paper go on the roll this way or underneath? The top 10 argumentative topics that people love to fight about. We've got them, I promise. Also, your air fryer might be spying on you. The Canadian airline that got in trouble yesterday, they got cheers and jeers for their political ad that they ran. Some are calling it a political ad. Some are thinking it's genius. We'll show it to you and tell you what Canadian airline ran the ad yesterday. Costco apparently selling Chick-fil-A dupes. What is that all about? And here is something that you're gonna like if you enjoy seeing white stuff on the ground. Okay, this will put you in a good mood. Okay, listen. A new study out this morning says people who decorate for Christmas early are happier people. So there you go. You want some happiness in your life? Get some Mariah Carey going on the stereo. And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. We go live to Cindy's yard. And, okay, so Sunseeker Paul, who he's bent on commenting on my Facebook page. He's riled up this morning. I warned you, Paul. I warned you. Behave yourself. Guys, listen to me. I'm serious. I'll just kick you off. I don't care. This is going to be one of those days. Okay, be respectful. I don't care who it is. You're going to be gone. Let's be kind, because this is the real reason to be upset today. Look at Cindy sent. Oh, my God. Look at this. Oh, no. This is what we need to be upset about. This is the shock to the system. The shock to the world. Oh, the snow. Now, okay. We're going to take a look at this. This is heavy, wet snow. Cindy is off to Winnipeg today. And Cindy, I'm pleased to report, as soon as you sent this to me, as the show was getting started. No, that's from this morning. As soon as the show was getting started, I checked the roads. Roads are good. And roads are good. We look like this is not going to last long at all. The forecast is looking like this. She sent more than one picture, actually. Hang on a second. I believe this is the other one. Hang on a second. Oh, there's the cars. Cars are like, warm me up, Cindy. Warm me up before we get going. Cindy is in the Dauphin region, like Ethelbert, is it, Cindy? And you did get a little bit of snow. You can see it on the radar. Let's go back to this screen here. And our cameras that don't all work, but you're seeing a little bit of sun there. Our forecast is calling for some flurry activity this morning, but sunshine this afternoon. So you can see it top left of your screen right there. That blue on the radar is moisture, and it is coming in the form of snow. It's the green, that's rain. So we are getting very, very light snow flurry action. Now to the good news. 4 for the high today, so it will feel a bit like winter. But then, holy cow, 11 degrees on Thursday. Friday, 12. If you're headed into the Bomber game on Saturday, sunshine and 14 degrees. Absolutely incredible. So that little bit of snow, that little skiff of snow is not going to last. It's not going to last at all. And we will have double-digit highs for the remainder of the weekend. So it's a little bump in the road is all. Little bump in the road. And here is the air temperature map this morning. And no, hell has not frozen over. No, it is not. Although it's Las Vegas, if you believe in Sin City, Nevada, is pretty cold. Holy man, they're colder than us. What's the temperature in Reno? Yeah, it's -2 in Reno, Nevada this morning, and it's 0 where we are. So look at that blue. It's weird. There is a lot of cold air in Western Canada and the Western U.S., Western North America. And what's wind chill like? Because that's really what's going to feel like when you leave the house. Take a look at this. There we go. It is. It's definitely chilly if you're lurking in from Calgary or Kelowna or maybe Salt Lake City or Reno or Denver. Ay, ay, ay. And there's a better look at the radar where we're seeing some snow activity, flurry activity that won't stick around all that long. Okay, don't panic. It's the worst thing you can do. Don't panic. Let's say good morning to our sun seekers, and we're going to have a ton of people today. I'm going to go fast. It's a day after the U.S. election. My inbox is full. People wanting to get my thoughts on what happened last night. They want to offer their thoughts on what happened last night. That's what this show is for, guys. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about the election last night, but we'll talk a little bit about it. And again, I ask you to please be respectful in your comments, okay, on either side. Doesn't matter. Let's be nice. You can still get your point across without being an ass, okay? So let's welcome aboard some of our Sunseekers real quickly here so we can get to yesterday's good thing and then some brief election stuff, okay? Because when you went to bed last night, we didn't really know what was up with that. It was taking a long time. My prediction was wrong. I figured they'd know by 11 o'clock that Trump had won. And it took until 4:30 this morning, actually. Central Time is when most of the outlets had called the election. More on that in a second. Tasha and MJ in on Twitch this morning along with Road Reverend. It's good to see you guys this morning. Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. Hello to Shane and Jay and Mona this morning on TikTok, and Mike is here too, along with Anthony and Carrie. Tina, I'm just going to give a quick wave to. Hi, Tina. Quinton's here on Twitch. Zumba Bernice wishing us a happy hump day, wishing us a happy hump day. Happy hump day to you. Cheryl is here too. Amanda Duchek is here. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Frank Fenn, good morning to you, sir. And good morning to Shannon on TikTok as well. Jody's here on Facebook. Cindy's here on Twitch. Sent us those snow pictures from earlier. Don't worry, Cindy. Hi, Carrie. Nice to see you. Have a great day, okay? Everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. Cindy is going to have a good drive to the city today, and it's so cute. It's like, here's my pictures. I got to run. We'll catch the show later. Such a dedicated crew of listeners and viewers. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. We do this every morning from 7 till 9 Central Time, 2 hours of chat and coffee and beach time. This is the Beach Bunker, of which you are always welcome, regardless of your political leanings. We must have conversations and not arguments. Conversations, not these heated arguments. It's terrible. Jody's here on Facebook. And, and then Cindy's off. Whose turn is it to do the laundry at the Beach Bunker house? I need some shorts for the weekend. It's Cindy's. Because she's hitting the road. Oh, man. Who else we got? Polar Bear is here, too. Good morning, Polar Bear. Janine is here on Facebook. And we've got Dean joining us on TikTok. Happy birthday, Dean. David Gray is here as well. Beverly is here, too, on TikTok. Good morning, Beverly and Regina. Good morning to you. Megan is here on Facebook. KDD is here, too. Borrowed Bean. Megan's here on Facebook. Borrowed Bean on Twitch. Nick is here, too. Good morning. God help America, says Nick on Facebook. Oh, everybody will be just fine. If anyone needs help, we need it here in Canada, Nick. Come on. We are dumpster fire up here. We need some help. Don't get me started. We got our own problems to worry about. Oh, my God. Mid-July 69. Nice to see you again on Twitch. And Archer on TikTok. Good morning to you. Brian is on TikTok, too. He's on TikTok, too. However, Quentin says, congratulations, America. Nick says, remove the tater, and you have it right. I'm not sure what that means. Derek says, actually, Mama, that's incorrect because they impeached him, and he won. Quentin says, Oreo Coke tastes like Ryan Coke. Discuss. No, what we will discuss about food today is the food that everyone seems to love but you. And then when they're having food, it's like, oh, no, you're the odd one out. You don't like it. Like Cindy, who just took off. Hers is olives. Oh, my God. I love the olives with the little pieces of garlic inside. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Trev says, I think happier people are warmer, so we all need to go to Mexico. Actually, truth be told, there is a huge flood of people going into Mexico to live from both Canada and the United States. So you're not far off, truth be told. And it's on that point that I'm going to say this about last night and going forward while I have a lot of people's eyes and ears. The mainstream media is most often lying to you. We need to listen less to the mainstream media and more to each other. Does that make sense? Less mainstream media and more talking and listening, not screaming, not arguing. less mainstream media and more conversation. Remember when social media started? It was supposed to be to have some fun conversations. That's my takeaway. That's it. People say, so what'd you think last night? Less mainstream media and more talking to each other. Talking with each other. Derek, he's a God-fearing man, no matter what the media try to tell you. They threw the, yeah. Well, and we're going to get to that, okay? We're going to get to that. I think we can, are we caught up with the, good morning, Shauna Judd on TikTok. Nice to see you. Good morning. Thanks, Carrie. Well said. I appreciate that. It's true. We need to talk to each other. People are confused. People wake up, they're kind of like, what happened? How could they do this? They're so stupid. Name calling's no good. No one, you know what? It's lazy when you say you're a fascist, you're a racist, you're a this, you're a that, you're that. No. What you need to do is just ask one question, one simple question. And it's not even original. I just, someone had said it one time and I remembered it. And the simple question is, what journey in life has led you to this opinion? Because we all bring our experiences and we all run things through our own little filter. Myself, I run a business where I send voiceover and an audio production into the United States. A third, if I make $10, $3 comes from America. I'm not in America. This could hurt me. These results, if he puts a tariff on, I may lose business. It could hurt me. That's my lot. That's my lane. Did anybody bother to ask? No, it's like, you're like this, or you're like that, or you're, put you in a box. Ask that simple question. What life experiences have led you to this opinion? Because you might hear that somebody has been through something. You go, whoa, that's awful. I would feel that way too. Sorry. Off the soapbox, Darren is here. Chicken is here. Hey, on Facebook. Hey, Darren, Angela, good morning. Trev Webb, I think we got to everybody. We got a ton of people on X and TikTok as well. Good morning. Thank you. If you're new to the show, we do the first hour on all platforms, and second hour is on Twitch. Join us for the fun. It's not a political show just because it's a topical show. We like to keep it topical or try to be topical, and that means that we talk about what people are talking about, and obviously the internet is abuzz about that this morning, and we'll have more on the election coming up in just a bit. Try to keep it fun. Not light and fluffy, but fun. Fun and conversational. And, of course, we have beach time. It's food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. A little bit of mayhem going on in chat this morning. And as long as we keep it respectful, that's okay. Yesterday's good thing is another thing we like to do to start the show, and that's with a little bit of positivity. Ryan Marcus, good morning. Starting with, so what you do is you just type in GT, and maybe your guy won last night. And see, that's respectful. Okay, you were cheering for him. Obviously, you've got a lot more to say on that. We'll get to that later. Yesterday's good thing, maybe you watched the election results with someone you love. Maybe you were talking to somebody via Skype or on Facebook Live or whatever. I don't know. What did you have going on? That was good yesterday. Yesterday's good thing. You know what? That sunshine yesterday, you know what my good thing was yesterday? So I made homemade French fries for the election because I'm a political junkie. Don't talk a lot about politics on this show because people don't like politics. It's too heavy, slimy, gross. Doesn't matter what side you're on. But I'm a political junkie. I like it. It's like my sports. One of the things that I like to watch. So anyway, I had to have a nice meal to go along with all this wall-to-wall coverage. And, the nice meal was barbecued hot dogs. As you know, I love them. It was a fancy one. It was a fancy one at Casa de la Tyler Glen's house last night. Barbecued hot dogs and homemade French fries. And have you had homemade French fries? Seriously, like grab a bag of potatoes, cut up the whole bag and fry them. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, I'm going to give myself the winner's bell. I am going to give myself the winner's bell. Okay. All right. Yesterday's good thing. Oh, thanks, Nick. Yesterday's good thing. Oh, Molly says, I'm sorry about my 2 cents. I won't say anymore. No. It's all about timing, Molly. We love to hear what you have to say. We're just going to do good thing first. We're trying to just keep it, I'm trying to keep it organized. I got so much crap going on back here today. I'll tell you, I'm getting messages. I'm getting text messages on my phone. I'm getting people trying to call me. Oh my God. I'm going to have a hell of a busy day just responding to people today. But the takeaway is it's all going to be okay. It's just breathe. It's all going to be okay. I promise. And July 69 says, well, at least we get another 4 seasons of the best reality show. Yes, there's some entertainment value. Entertainment can be funny, scary. It can give you anxiety. It can make you laugh. Yes. And Ryan has a good GT. The Winnipeg Jets won again. Holy cow. What has happened there? What is going on? I'm starting to wonder, could this be real? They started off with this huge unbeaten streak, and what are they up to now, 11? Jeez, this is unbelievable. Jets are on fire. And because it was a birthday yesterday in Ryan's household, they had a great birthday dinner and day. Thanks again, Uncle Ty. Hey, no problem, Ryan. Glad to hear. Quentin had dinner with Glen Show, our Minister of Arts and Culture. Oh, no. Did you make him pay for it? See, there's a lefty. And Glen Show is a lefty. He's, I won't call him a communist, but he's with the NDP, and they're socialists and all that. And we have fun with each other. He calls me a right-winger, and I call him a communist. We do it with love and jest, and then we have a great conversation. You have to talk. Left and right have to talk. And be respectful. I love having conversations with people who disagree with me. In this arena, it's a little difficult. On social media, it's impossible. People just start name-calling. It's terrible. Richard's here. Good morning, Richard. Richard, good meeting. Good meeting. 12-1. 12-1 for the Jets. Holy cow. Any other good things from yesterday? I know what Cindy's good thing is going to be tomorrow. She got to Winnipeg safe and sound. And I will have a good thing on Friday. And that good thing is going to be, I'm hoping, a whole bunch of smiling, happy young people who love hockey cards. Because Tim Hortons Hockey Card Night is tomorrow night. There's 2 of them. There's one tomorrow night. And there's also one on November the 14th. That will be a week from tomorrow at the Brandon location and Dauphin location. Which Brandon location, Tyler? The 18th Street, the one by Canadian Tire. And it'll go from 6 till 8 p.m. It'll go from supper time, 6 till 8 p.m. We'll get the kids home in time for bedtime, 6 until 8. There will be free samples, free draws, giveaways, special guests, and more. That is the NHL trading cards available now at Tim Hortons, just $1.50 with the purchase of a beverage. And they've reintroduced the new Bailey's Flavored Dream Hot Chocolate. Yes, you can get non-alcoholic Bailey's back in your products at Tim Hortons. How exciting is that? And so I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing the kids at the 18th Street location at Tim Hortons tomorrow night for NHL Trading Card Night. And again, they will have one tomorrow in Brandon and Dauphin. And again, a second one on the 14th, both in Brandon and Dauphin. And Holiday Smile Cookies return November 18th. Order now at timhortonswestman.ca. At Leon's Furniture Superstore, 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon. It ends today. Save the tax. Is today Wednesday? Yeah, today is Wednesday. Save the tax ends today. So end of business today. Your opportunity to save the tax, even on sale prices on select furniture, mattresses, 3-piece major appliance packages, and more. Great selection, huge store. And why wait? Shop with confidence this holiday season. If you make a purchase in-store or online between November 1st and the end of the year, and the price drops, Leon's will refund you the difference, including on Black Friday or Boxing Day. I want you to remember that. Leon's is at 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon and at leons.ca. And good morning to our friends at Epla Office. Buying or selling a home, taking part in a real estate transaction will need some assistance from a lawyer. And that's where Epla Office can help you out. Wonderful people, super nice, And again, they're going to be able to explain it to you in plain English as opposed to legal mumbo-jumbo. App Law Office, building lasting relationships one case at a time, at 642 18th Street, Unit A, across from the RBC on 18th. And it's not just real estate, very busy with wills. Okay, you need a lawyer to get that all done. You need to have some legal advice to make sure you get your will executed the way you want it when you're no longer here. And they do corporate law, too, at App Law Office. Okay, all right. We're going to take a beach break right away. But first, we're going to get to the latest south of the border and the U.S. election. This is on the front page of every newspaper this morning. Trump retakes power. 276 to 223. The decision came down about 4:30 a.m. Central Time. As you slept, the news organizations have declared Trump the winner. He has enough electoral votes to become the 47th president of the United States and will be inaugurated in January. Liz says yesterday's good thing was political madness turned into today's content. Oh, Borrowed Bean and had a good thing. Can't forget about this. My hubby had supper ready. Oh, nice. Had supper ready when I got home last night. Barbecue sausages, whipped potatoes, steamed carrots, fried cabbage. Oh, my gosh. You had a nice night. Very good. Oh, and there's Chad. Good morning, Chad, on Facebook. Trump, now Canada's turn. Well, Canada is a very different country with very different people. There was a poll done of Manitobans specifically. That's the state I'm in, the province I'm in. And they asked, okay, so if you could vote in the election, who would you vote for? And 25%, 1 in 4 would have voted for Trump, but over 70% of Manitobans would have picked Harris. Now, if the further west you go between Manitoba and Alberta, that number increases. And in Alberta, it's much more split. In fact, Trump would most likely win Alberta in any province if asked, followed by Saskatchewan. And Manitoba is down the list of fairways. So I am seeing a lot of that. I am seeing a lot of people say, okay, now it's Canada's turn. I think you have to realize that culturally, there's a lot of similarities between Canada and the United States. But, at the end of the day, money makes the world go round for the United States and for a lot of people in Canada. But because money makes the world go round, they picked the person who they felt would be best, I believe, for the economy. And both countries are in trouble. And actually, truth be told, Canada is in much worse of a state than the United States right now. We have the highest debt to GDP ratio, personal debt, of any country on the planet. We, on our credit cards and our mortgages, owe more cash. We are in some big trouble. And we have the lowest personal GDP wealth, personal wealth to GDP. And so we have a lot of problems in our own backyard. So I'm always very cautious to say, okay, you know what? Let's focus on what we've got going on here at home and see if we can get some of our challenges can be fixed. Quentin says my answer is that Kevin O'Leary was running Canada. I'd vote for him. He left. It's interesting you mentioned that. I was talking to somebody about that last night. If you want a canary in the coal mine, Kevin O'Leary has left Canada. He has a cottage in Ontario. Kevin O'Leary, for those that don't know, he was on Shark's Tank. And he was on Dragon's Den, the Canadian version on CBC. He packed up and left. He just said, Canada as a country is not a place to do business. I can't do business there anymore. So he packed up. He has left. He lives in Massachusetts now, and he's commentating on a lot of the U.S. networks. And what's ironic is he's the Canadian super businessman, and he looked at politics, and he looked at the state of the country, and he looked at its electorate because you got to win. It's one thing to run, you got to win. And he just said, no, Canada's not, that's not the place for me. If I'm going to do business and have a good life, I'm moving south. That's it. And he was a Trump supporter. Is a Trump supporter. Anyway, we'll talk a bit more about your thoughts on that. And, of course, we've got some beach time. I have to take a beach break. We'll be back with more in just a second. We're just getting started. It's a Wednesday hump day. Hump day. Over the hump we go. Happy hump day, Sunseekers. How about we go to Florida? The party is still on. No, lots of people sleeping. This is a place called Jimmy's Crow's Nest. You'll see why when I show it to you. Nice condo unit in Clearwater. Nice camera. Sun shining in the air. Gonna dance without a care. Beach life everywhere. Let's go to the beach, oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend, we don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach. Fun, catching rays, salty air, perfect days, smiles and waves in the haze, shaking it in our ways, one step closer to the fun, bright days, we're on the run, every moment sparkles and shines, beach vibes in our lines. Let's go to the beach, oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend, we don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach. Let's go to the beach, oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend, we don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach. Let's go to the
Sun seekers.
oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend, we
Let's
don't
get closer to the weekend.
seekers feel the heat.
Can you feel the heat?
Dancing to the
Oh, there's our chairs. There's our beach chairs.
ocean beach.
Clearwater, Florida for a Wednesday, a live shot this morning. Florida went to Trump. So many states. Wisconsin went to Trump. Oh, boy. Trump is the 47th president. More on that coming up in a second. More of your reaction coming up in just a second. First, let's get outside in southern Manitoba and see how things are looking this morning. We did get some snow last night. And, again, this is Cindy's picture from Ethelbert, Manitoba. Getting some snow in the overnight hours. She is on the road going to Winnipeg this morning, but it was just a light dusting, heavy, wet snow. You can see that on the radar this morning. There is a little bit of blue in the top left corner. That is some snow flurry action. That's not going to last. There's no panic. Oh, we lost the Oak Lake cam. Ah, crap. Oak Lake camera down. See what I was telling you about? We have our own challenges in Canada.
We have no money for our highway cameras have no money. We have no money. Our governments are broke. We have no money.
Help us. Help us, please. Help us. We are in such trouble. We are so poor.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. Okay, I am super caffeinated, so back up the truck. Back up the truck. I was up late watching the election. I'm caffeinated good. 4, it's going to be cold today. I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off. It's going to be cold. It's going to be kind of a miserable morning, but here's the thing. The sun will come out this afternoon. Clouds will break. Sunshine and 11 tomorrow. So what's left of that little skiff of white will be gone. 11, this is not like 3, 4, 5, 11 degrees. That's like 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That's awesome. 12 on Friday, and then for football on Saturday, sunshine and 14. Absolutely awesome. Here's a look at our temperature map this morning across the continent, and then our wind chill map
And that is how things are feeling in the air. A little cool in the air this morning as we get going on this Hump Day Wednesday. Welcome into the Beach Bunker. I'm Tyler Glenn. We've said our good mornings. We've said yesterday's good thing. Hi, Heather. Good morning on TikTok. And John Christensen. We've got a lot of people lurking this morning. A lot of people looking for some information involving the election. Donald Trump has won. He will be the 47th president of the United States. And what an evening. Wow. And what a morning, actually. It was 2:35 a.m. Central. MSNBC and CNN declared Donald Trump the winner. And obviously, there is a lot of reaction to this. Our prime minister has just tweeted that he looks forward to working with the president and that they have a history of working together for the common cause of freedom and prosperity of their citizens. For those who... Okay, wait a second. That's just an ad. For those who are new to the show, you will know, or you won't know, that we're in Canada, and a recent survey said that if you could vote for Trump or Trudeau to run Canada, who would you pick? And I'm sorry, I don't make this up. It was reported in the National Post. You can go and read it. Trump won. But I mean, I don't think it's a testament to Trump's popularity in Canada as much as it is as people really dislike Trudeau. And that's something that everyone needs to keep in mind about the election last night, is that when people say, are you happy, Tyler, that Trump won? My response is this. I'm happy that Harris and Joe lost. Things need to get fixed. I will be extremely happy when Trudeau loses, because my dog Dizzy would do a better job than Justin Trudeau. He is absolutely incompetent, and our country literally is being run into the ground. He's just not a good manager. He's probably a good teacher. I don't know. He was a teacher at one time, but he's just not a good prime minister. He's not good at his job. Fox News was the first to call the Trump victory shortly before midnight on the West Coast. That's 2 a.m. Central Time, with getting that 270 electoral vote threshold. Even before it was official, though, Trump was on stage along with J.D. Vance in West Palm Beach speaking about his next term as president. It took a little longer than I thought it would. I figured Trump would win. The economy is on everybody's minds. The post-pandemic inflation is just far too high. And the Americans are on a better... The irony here, again, because I work on both sides of the border, America is in better shape than Canada is. But things are still tough enough that they want to have somebody in there that's going to handle their inflation problem and the economic challenges that they have. Our problems in Canada are far bigger and may be made better or worse by this. I don't know. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. He's also the first convicted felon ever to be elected president, although his sentencing in New York State had been scheduled for later this month. That will be put on hold now. The race was called Tuesday night as Trump piled up victories in several swing states, including Georgia and North Carolina. This is not a small win. He also won the popular vote in a big, big way. This wasn't even close. And so the takeaway, again, is that the mainstream media can often lie to you, and that's why it's important to talk to each other. If you were listening to the mainstream media and they told you that it's going to rain today, but the rain is going to be so warm on your skin, it's going to feel fantastic. The rain is coming this afternoon, and it's going to feel so warm. And then at lunchtime, they said, that rain is still coming. It's going to feel so warm on your skin. It's going to be like, oh, it's going to be fantastic. And then you go outside, and then it hails. And then the rain that does come is ice cold. You know, you're saying to yourself, okay, wait a second. Did you make that mistake on purpose? Did you mislead me? What's going on? The bottom line is, regardless, you're wrong. And the most glaring thing that I saw in the last
several weeks involving mainstream media was a last-minute report that came out of Iowa from their newspaper, the Des Moines Register, that said that Kamala Harris was winning Iowa. Maybe you saw that. And they're saying, oh, this is it. Like, Harris is going to win this. She is going to take Iowa, and then she's going to take all these battleground states. And our polling at this media outlet, she is, like, running away with it. She's running away with it. And I'm going like, what? Really? I have a lot of American friends and people I talk to there. I don't think that's happening. And then Trump ends up winning by double digits. It's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. Some of your comments this morning, some of your comments involving the election last night. Kevin O'Leary running in Canada was one of the comments. That's not going to happen. Molly says, why do people worship politicians? Don't know if it's as much worship as they've got a lot of power to change things. They've got power to make change. And so people are genuinely hopeful at election time. And so on their respective sides. So if you're on the left, you're hopeful of some of those left initiatives getting in, and finally this will happen, and maybe this will happen. And on the right, it's the same thing. But the problem is that most times, almost all the time, they sell you a bill of goods, they get in there, and they don't do what they say they're going to do. And that's what has always confused me about when people call Trump a liar. He's such a liar. I'm like, oh, okay, because politicians have been known to tell the truth. Politicians are gross anyway, all of them. I don't care. They're all liars. They all lie. I don't believe any of them. They're fun to talk to, but they all just lie because they have one thing on their mind: getting reelected. That's all they care about. I need to get a job. I love this job. It's got lots of perks. I make good money. I take some flack on social media, but I need to win re-election. I need to say and do whatever it takes to get reelected. How about helping people? How about doing the right thing to make people's lives better? Why do I pay so much for healthcare and dental and still have to pay an asinine amount for insurance while you guys pay next to nothing? Well, Molly, you know what? And again, that is a great question to ask and an important question to ask. And you need some Canadian friends, because Canadian friends will tell you that, yes, we do pay next to nothing directly, but we're the most heavily taxed country, or one of them, on the planet. We pay a tremendous amount in taxes. In fact, of every dollar we make, 55 cents goes to tax. So, yeah. Healthcare is and the healthcare system post-COVID is collapsing on itself. We have wait times that are so long. I know personally people who are waiting for tests 2 years out. Now, Canada's in an enviable position from this way, that we could take our credit card, those who can afford it, and go to Wisconsin or North Dakota or Montana or Minnesota. And I have a friend that is getting cancer treatments at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, because the government up here, the government-run healthcare, is just not operating quickly enough. Now, we have fantastic people in the system, the people on the ground. Like, we've got excellent doctors, excellent nurses. This is not that kind of issue. This is, again, decision makers, people at the top, the politicians, and the ones right under them. And then the poor nurses are worked to death. The poor doctors are worked to death. It's a bit of a disaster, Molly. It's a bit of a disaster. Jody says, change for the USA, and hopefully it'll happen here in Canada for the better. I'm not holding my breath. I really am not. Canada is and you know what? It's, I don't know. I think that I like the saying, the political saying that politics is like shitting your pants and changing your shirt. Because, people say, I like Pierre Poilievre. He's the conservative guy in Canada that's probably going to take over after Trudeau. And he's probably going to be the same. That's the problem. They're all the same. And that brings us home to how Trump won last night. He's a different guy. He talks awful. He says a lot of what many people say are awful things. He doesn't speak properly. Shoots from the hip. But that's what people are desperate for, because we've had generations of politicians. Hey, how are you? I've got something for you. I'll cut your taxes. Hey, I'll pave your roads. I'll make the sun shine a little bit brighter. Just vote for me. Vote for me. Vote for me. And then they get in there and it's like, yeah, I'm not returning those calls. I'm not returning those calls. What did you want again? And so people want something different. So I don't know. I don't know if Canada is ready for anything like that. We have more people working, again, going back to my province, my state, over half of the people working in my province work for some form of government. Think about that for a second. The city, the town, the province, and legit, think that, okay, your own family members, your friends. Oh, yeah. Half my family works for the province, works in a liquor mart that's run by the province, works for MPI that's run by the province. Government. Government isn't the solution. Government is the problem. Because at the end of the day, the politicians are making the decisions on virtually every government entity. Whereas in America, they also have government, and they've got government workers, obviously, but the focus is more on business, job growth. It has been before Trump, and now they're going to light that sucker up. That's going to be interesting to watch, to see if he can do what he said he's going to do. He is going to put no tax on tips. People who work in restaurants, no tax on tips. That's cash money. Let's face it, a lot of people aren't claiming their tips anyway. Let's be honest. He's just saying no tax on tips. Buy a new car, the loan is tax deductible. Americans, are already writing off their mortgages, the interest on their mortgages. It's in an effort to keep the money going, keep the money, keep the economy growing, and keep the money moving, keep the money circulating, keep businesses successful and healthy. And I don't think we have that culture in Canada. I don't think we do. I come from a family of small businesses. I love small businesses. I love my sponsors, but our culture is very different. And it's very much of a government culture and not so much a one of business. And it needs to be, because where do you think the money comes from for the healthcare and the roads and all that stuff? I mean, it's got to come from successful businesses, big and small. Blessed Mama says, it's so sad. Shouldn't have to go elsewhere. I hope your friend will be okay, Tyler. Well, thank you. It's sad, but again, people that can afford American health care, it's some of the best in the world. I mean, the Mayo Clinic, a lot of people in our area go to the Mayo Clinic to get things done, to get some help. And healthcare is just one of many things that are different between our two countries. And so we're just going to have to wait and see. I think that, my prediction is this. It stood out for me in Trump's last rally. I caught a bit of it, and he was sad. It was in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and the only reason I remember that, I'm not a Trump stalk or anything, is but like my friend Eric Zane works in Grand Rapids, guy who does a show like me, the Eric Zane Show. It's like my show, only better. And anyway, the fact that he stopped in Grand Rapids, and that what stood out to me was that he says, this is my last rally. This is it, win or lose. I'm done. Because again, the differences in the country, we get Trudeau year after year after year after year, because there's no term limits in Canada. None. Technically, you could be prime minister for the rest of your life. But in America, it's a 2-term limit. He knows this is it. So if you are upset by yesterday's results, you can rest assured, and people will roll their eyes and say, yeah, get him to leave. He won't leave. He'll change the Constitution. That's bullshit. He'll go, and I think, here's my prediction, he's going to turn into a grandpa in about year 2. Watch. We'll watch this back. He'll turn into the grandpa where it's like he's going to get softer. He's going to see that his time is limited. And realistically, he's not a young guy. Like, what is he, like close to 80 years old? And so I think he's going to get soft in the later part of his term. That's my prediction. So I don't think it's going to be as chaotic as the first one. Plus, think about it. First time you tackled anything, a new job, maybe a marriage, home ownership, something like that. The second home you bought, you're like, okay, I know to check these things. Second car you bought, oh yeah, there's oil. I found where the dipstick is. I think I better check that. Second go around, a little bit more. So I'm thinking that the second go around hopefully is going to be a lot better than the first. Jody says people are going to Mexico for healthcare treatment. I've heard that. Although, whenever you leave the country, you obviously have to be very careful. MJ says, Molly, message Tyler your contact. Let's connect. I want to send you some stuff. Oh, we're making friends. The sun seekers are made. That's what it's all about, having a conversation and getting to know each other better. And I said it before, I'll say it again. Instead of fighting, let's ask the question, what in your life journey has led you to this thought that you're having right now? What went on in your life? Why do you feel this way? Why? Instead of, you're a racist, you're a fascist, you're a bad person, you're a this and that and the other name calling thing, and oh, how can you be so stupid? Whoever made, oh, you're right, I'm stupid. You're so right. Thanks for pointing me in the right direction. No one ever took that and turned it into something good. Let's be kind to each other, and let's talk to each other. And most importantly, one mouth, two ears, let's listen to each other. Because, guys, I don't care what side you're on, 77 million people took the time out of their day to vote for this guy, whether you like him or hate him. Like, closing in on 80 million people. And if people just go about their business going, they're so stupid. Oh, blah, 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 and don't seek to understand, this is never going to change. It's going to happen again. With somebody different, it's going to happen again. Boral Bean says, when it's our turn at the polls, we need to keep in mind that we are there voting for the party. The leader is just a puppet. Well, I can't wait for our next election. I think we have to hold them accountable a little bit more than I think Canadians, we need to shelf our nice thing for a little bit. Like when we're dealing with our politicians, I'm not saying be rude. I'm not saying name call, not at all. But we need to get serious. We need to get serious. What are you going to do and when? These people work for us, not the other way around. I know we have a lot of government workers in our part of the world, but they work for you, not the other way around. And they need to remember that, and we do too. But you know what I need right now is a cinnamon bun. So do you. Oh, man, I was craving some serious sugar last night. You know what? As the polls closed in the heartland, right in the middle of America, I'm like, I need sugar. And so I went and got myself, I had saved a couple of the cinnamon buns Curtis had sent over, put them in the freezer, and got them all warmed up, and it made my evening. So I had my barbecued hot dogs for supper with my homemade fries, and then my beautiful cinnamon bun from Kuiper's Family Bakery. It's Westman's favorite bakery. Curtis and the crew, where the art of baking comes alive. They've got all kinds of baked treats for you. From heavenly breads to sinfully irresistible sticky buns, they'll satisfy all your cravings and make your taste buds dance with joy. So if you're looking for hamburger or hot dog buns, of course, they've got simply the best. They've got loaves, they've got monster cookies, and more. 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner beside Tasties. At Auto Fashion, boy, their vehicles are looking snazzy, man. Are you following them on social media? You should. Got some amazing pictures that have been uploaded this week of some truly beautiful vehicles that have been hit with hail damage. You wouldn't know it, though. They look like brand new. They were working on a Cadillac yesterday, a nice big black Cadillac SUV. can only dream of driving something like that. But it's a big vehicle, and if it gets hit by hail, boy, the hailstones don't care. They're seeing a lot of square footage on that vehicle. And bing, bing, bing. And you want those things gone. You paid a lot of money for that vehicle. Auto Fashion will take care of it for you. Paintless dent repairs, scratches, swirls. Auto Fashion is the experts. They'll also do inside, too. It's not detailing. It's fine auto finishing with our friends at Auto Fashion. They're so easy to find. If you can find Lady of the Lake and the North 40, you'll be able to find our friends at Auto Fashion at 255 17th Street North behind Lee's Buffet next to the car wash. And the official oil change of the Tyler Glen Show is Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express. We've said it before, we'll say it again, that the food banks are in desperate need of help, and we'll be doing our part as the holiday season approaches. And an easy thing to do, don't even have to think about it, is get your oil changed at Murray's. They're making a donation to Samaritan House, to Helping Hands, to the Bear Clan each and every time you go in there. Of course, it's tire change season too, so get those tires changed over. Swap the summer for the winter and be on your way. We still have a reprieve, by the way, as far as our weather is concerned, so there is time to get that done, but you gotta hurry. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express at 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Okay. Uh-oh. Road Reverend, this is what we don't want to see. Cindy was showing us pictures of snow earlier this morning. Road Reverend shared this. Damn. Before we have to say goodbye to our folks on social media platforms, this is to the west of us. This is between, is it Regina and Moose Jaw, Road Reverend? This is in Saskatchewan. We do not want rain. Oh, my God, that's nasty. And look at that truck off the road. Eee. Please be careful if you are headed to Saskatchewan. And, Derek Scott, a GT from yesterday, bought some new doors for the house last weekend in Dauphin. And we were humming and hawing over new storm doors. Well, yesterday, Hamio to our store had a half-price sale. The Restore. Good for you. That's awesome. Good job, man. I'm glad that you got some doors on there. Again, we still have time. I have a couple of Christmas lights I still got to hang. And it looks as if I'm going to be able to do that this weekend. 14 degrees. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. It's going to be awesome. We are going to be in for some beautiful weather. Woohoo! So as I leave you, and I know we have had a record amount of lurkers in this morning because we're talking about things that are trending, and election, of course, being one of them. We're going to talk a little bit more about it next hour, but we're going to tell you about the Canadian airline that kind of caused a bit of a stir based on their election ad that they ran yesterday. Canadian airline. Interesting. What did they say exactly? We'll have those details coming up next hour. I want to leave you with this. This guy has said it best. Love this sign. I posted it on my social media. We can disagree and still be friends. But we have one mouth and two ears. We need to listen to each other. No name calling. And that goes, you know what? No one likes a gloater either. You may be on the side of Trump and no one needs that stuff forced down their throat either. Let's have a conversation. We can disagree and still be friends. And I hope we're friends. I hope that you can circle back, especially those on TikTok. Huge amount of people on TikTok this morning. Wow. I think we set a new record for viewers on TikToks. Dominique, come back. Sarah, we'd love to see you guys. We're here. We are here. I'm not friends with wokes. Sorry. Okay, well, and neither am I, but we need to talk. What if you can share your opinion with them? What if they could share theirs with you? At least, you know what? I'll leave you with this. One of my favorite sayings, I teach this to my kids. Abraham Lincoln said this. I hate that man. Therefore, I must get to know him better. Think about that. I hate that man. Therefore, I must get to know him better. I love that. Kids know it. I must get a tattoo. I don't know. TikTokers, thank you. We're moving to Twitch. Come join the conversation. Come join the conversation on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. You can also watch through the website at tylerglenshow.com. There's a podcast that gets uploaded every day at the noon hour. Thank you for being here, TikTokers. We got a split. We're moving over to Twitch. Sorry. We got to do it. Thank you for joining us. More to come. Come and join us. Come have some fun. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show or through the website. Thanks, TikTokers. See you later. Holy man, we almost broke it. Whoa. Holy shit. That is a lot of people. You could tell that something was going on last night, I guess. Wow, that is astronomical. The amount of people we had on TikTok this morning. Whew. Okay, we have to say farewell to our friends on X. Thank you, X. Have a great day. Catch you later. Thank you, YouTube. We have to roll. Appreciate you hanging out. We're moving to Twitch.